Assalamu alaikum dear viewers. I am Arsh Latif. I'm currently studying in class 10. We are doing absolutely fine and we hope you and your families are doing good as well. As quoted by Martin Luther King, if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. And if you cannot walk, then scroll. But by all means, keep moving. The motive of this quote is that you should always keep moving, no matter what comes in your way. If you ever feel my goal is so far away, work even harder to achieve it. To give up is never the solution. I welcome you all to this another episode of Welkin Talk Show. Here we are with the best example of never give up on your goals. We're here with our special guest, that is Miss Asma Bashir. Hi Miss Asma.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. She's an ex-student in Welkin, or I should say an ex-Welkinian. She's currently pursuing her MBBS in Bangladesh. So Miss Asma, please tell the viewers more about yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. As you already said, I'm Asma Bashir. I'm an ex-Welkinian. Currently, I'm pursuing my MBBS in Bangladesh. I'm in pre-final year.
How did you decide that you'll pursue MBBS as your career? Like, was it decided from the very beginning or was it a sudden moment?
No, it was not decided from the beginning. Actually, my father is a doctor, so I grew up looking up to him. So all I wanted to be was like my father. But as we passed 12th, things were not very clear because my career options there were many career options. I took med plus math, so I could go for math, I could go for biology. So it was very confusing. So when I passed 12, I took NEET. But in the first attempt, I could not qualify it. Okay, so I was very heartbroken. It was my first failure. Then I qualified JEE mains, but I did not want to pursue engineering, so I quit it. Then my father got me an admission in IUST, civil engineering. I went there for I think 4 or 5 days. But I did not want to do that, honestly, so I came back. And I took coaching in for second time. I scored 430, but that wasn't enough to get me here in college, in medical college. So at the same time, I got admission in St. Stephen's, physics honors. So I went there. And honestly, it was a dream come true. It was that Karan Johar wala college, jaisa dikhate student of the year mein. It was that kind of thing. So I really had a very good experience there. But again, physics was not something I wanted to do. After I took my semester exams, I came back and my father told me, Asma, do you really want to pursue this? I do not want you to look back after 30 years and wonder, what if I had taken medicine? So I was like, okay, I still want to do MBBS. So I went to Bangladesh. And now I'm in pre-final year and I'm quite content. Okay, I went there, I'm happy.
That's great. You should always do what your heart wants to.
Totally.
Okay? So what role has your school played in your life?
Oh my god, where do I start from? Welkin. Okay, I've been a part of Welkin since class pre-nursery, year 2000, and in 2017 I passed out in class 12. So I think whatever I am today, it is because of this school. It has given me the confidence, it has given me the spirit of never giving up. My teachers, they've always taught me, they have always encouraged me to do better in life. Even today, whenever I fall, I feel like, okay, I'm not doing good, or if I feel very uncertain about something, I still call Shaukat sir.
Teachers.
Yeah, I'm in touch with my teachers, especially Shaukat sir, Rais sir, Burhanam, I'm in touch with them. So I call them and I tell them, okay, I'm facing this problem in life, please motivate me. So they motivate me and I move forward. Okay, I'll tell you a very funny thing. When we were kids in this school, because I told you I was here since pre-nursery. At one point of time, I wanted to be Basima ma'am. It was she was always moving with that confidence and everything. Okay, whenever somebody asked me what would you become, I would say I'd become Basima.
You wanted to run a school.
I wanted to run a school and I wanted to be as charming, as confident as she was. Yeah, and she is. At one point of time, I wanted to be that. So I think whatever I am today, wherever I am today, the ability to speak, the ability to do everything, the ability to never give up, this is all the gift of Welkin to me. I cannot explain. I have one home at home and one home is Welkin. This is my family.
That's great. You remember teachers. That's so great. You're pursuing your MBBS in Bangladesh right now, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say about it? We can see a lot of students currently going to, to Bangladesh for pursuing MBBS. So when they come back, what is the functioning? What is the process? Do they get a job? So tell us about that.
See, I'll tell you one thing. It's a taboo in our society कि अगर बांग्लादेश गए तो फिर वापस आके बोलेंगे Bengali doctors हैं. This is not the case. If you really want, what I would like to suggest the viewers, that if you really want to opt for MBBS and you're not able to go through qualifying it, ऐसा बहुत होता है कि बहुत मेहनत की लेकिन नहीं हो पाता है, and if that happens, okay, you can opt for Bangladesh. It's not that bad. The standard is not that bad. बिकॉज वहाँ पे भी बहुत मेहनत कराते हैं बच्चे से. आई एम माई सेल्फ स्टूडेंट देयर. बट इट्स लाइक इफ यू डू नॉट वांट टू डू MBBS सिर्फ घर वालों की मर्जी से करना है, तो इट्स बेटर ऑप्ट फॉर समथिंग एल्स दैट यू वांट टू डू. आज का ये ट्रेंड हो गया ना, हर बच्चे को बांग्लादेशी भेजना है. मुझे लगता है कश्मीर से ज़्यादा बच्चे तो वहाँ पे. सी व्हाट आई वुड वांट टू टेल इज कि डू व्हाट योर हार्ट वांट्स, एंड इफ योर हार्ट वांट्स टू परस्यू MBBS देन गो फॉर इट. वो चाहे यहाँ हो वहाँ हो, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It's same everywhere because after we come back we have to qualify the MCI exams. Then हम वो MCI qualify करते हैं. जो बच्चे qualify करते हैं वो यहाँ पे internship करते हैं. Then we blend it. फिर ये long run में कोई नहीं देखता कहाँ पे MBBS किया. It depends upon you. Like आप कितनी मेहनत करते हो. What's your goal in life? Now if parents force their children to go for MBBS, फिर वो वहाँ जाते हैं कुछ कर नहीं पाते हैं. That's a different story then. Like मैं जो बोलूँगी it's not a shame. यहाँ नहीं हुआ वहाँ क्यों गए, मतलब फिर क्या ही किया तुमने.
So the case is not same for everyone. It depends on the student.
Totally. I left Stephens. It was India's best college to go to Bangladesh. So I totally feel okay with it.
Okay. What according to you is the definition of real success?
Okay, that's like a twisted question because technically we have been taught like success means getting good grades. But I do not
Getting
believe
a
that.
job.
Getting a job, getting good grades. Like according to me, what I learned through my journey was the spirit of never giving up is success. Because I never failed in school. I was a topper. I got 488 in 12. And then when I failed in NEET, I couldn't handle that failure. I took it to heart. So I think for some period of time, वो मेरे लिए बहुत tough था. Because मुझे failure से deal करना नहीं आया. So to me, what
You were not ready from the beginning.
Exactly. I was not ready because I always thought I would not fail. I was a good student. I thought I would not fail. My teachers had a lot of expectations from me, but I failed and I couldn't handle that. So मैंने जो अपनी definition of success बनाई है वो होता है कि balance things. It's okay to fail in life and it's okay to be a failure sometimes. We should be able to deal with that. That is my definition.
That's great. I guess we all have a to-do list in our life apart from the studies. Some like to play, some like to groove, some like to hang out with their friends, some like to paint. So what are the activities you like to do apart from your studies?
Apart from studies, I do a lot of things like I read, I sing, and I'm interested in calligraphy. So these are the things I do.
You sing?
Yeah, I love to sing. There is a lot of time I dedicate to singing things because like when you're away from home in hostel, then you have to find something else to do because you're alone there is no family, so you have to like entertain yourself continuously because the MBBS thing gets hectic, the schedule is hectic, so you have to carve out time for yourself. So how I carve out time for myself is that I sing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us about the hostel life. Most of the students, they come back to their homes because they are not able to adopt themselves according to the surroundings. So
honestly, my first experience in going to hostel was in Stephens, but that was amazing. I told you it was a TV wala college, so it was a TV wala hostel too. The mess was amazing, everything was amazing. But when I went to Bangladesh, a lot of things changed. See, their culture is different from ours, and like Kashmiri people, we are quite foodie in nature, right? We are very foodie in nature. So when we went there, it was different. Their spices are different. They make food too spicy. So yes, it gets difficult.
do you like spicy food?
I like spicy food, but Kashmir wala spicy food. So Bangladesh wala
spices are different.
Yeah, totally different. They're very strong spices. So खाने में थोड़ी बहुत दिक्कत होती है, but then you get adjusted to it. Like पहले थोड़ा problem होता है, but then eventually it gets fine and you get used to it. You get used to hostel life क्योंकि उतना time नहीं होता है. You come back, you have lunch, you have to go to library and then continue with your schedule. तो इतना time नहीं होता है देखने का कि अच्छा ठीक है अब ये साल नहीं ये नहीं खाना है. But I'm very choosy. Like okay ये नहीं खाना लेकिन खा लेती हूँ क्योंकि फिर पढ़ना भी होता है.
You have to eat.
Yes, you have to adapt yourself to things because things are not going to be your way always. So थोड़ा बहुत compromise adjust करके रहना पड़ता है. And hostel life, I'll tell you, it's mixed. It's fun. Sometimes you feel very lonely away from home.
Homesick.
हाँ, homesick totally. मतलब कभी तो हम तो साल भर के बाद वापस आते हैं तो it's very homesick. Sometimes we cry like to ourselves, घर की याद आ रही है. Sometimes we are too busy. घर की याद आ भी रही होती है but we cannot do anything about it. Yeah, we ignore it. So overall फिर manage हो जाता है. Because ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब give up. I told you my definition of success is to never give up, to be consistent. And that applies to every sphere of life, not just studies, like hostel life, generally life, everywhere.
Okay, what advice would you give to your younger self at school? Like, I'm a kind-hearted girl. If I ever give you a gadget to go to your past and I would meet your younger self, what advice are you going to give your younger self?
Okay, if you give me that gadget and I like urge you to give me that, please. I tell my younger self, Asma, have a lot of fun while you're in school. Be your best self and be very unapologetic about your own self, being your own self. Because things are going to change very soon. Because when you pass out from school, things change. The world changes. There is nothing like school. And I tell my younger self to take failures easy. If I had taken my failure easy, I would be somewhere else today. I ask myself to be
Don't get too serious about your failures.
Yeah, I got very serious about my failures. I got very serious, and I'm not the kind of the girl who regrets her decisions. Or once I take a decision, I'm ready for the consequences. But if I had the time to go back in my life, I would do this thing. I would prepare myself for the failure part. Because I took it way too seriously.
You're a 12th pass out, right?
Yeah.
So did you miss your school?
Totally. I miss my school a lot. We didn't even get a farewell because it was some disturbance there that time. Our time was some disturbance. It was probably a shutdown in Kashmir. So we didn't even get a proper farewell. I totally miss my school. I wanted to wear that school uniform once more, which you're wearing right now. I wanted to, if I was allowed, I would do the talk show in my uniform right now. Because I totally loved it. Yeah.
We're going to have a favorite. Okay, so at last I want to ask you, what kept you so consistent about your dream? Your life is full of twists. You first went for engineering, then you came back, went to Bangladesh to pursue MBA. It's so...
It looks like that.
So what kept you so consistent? No, I have to go for MBBS. Whatsoever happened?
See, it mostly depends upon the way you are brought up.
Yeah.
In the kind of
parents.
Exactly, in the kind of the environment you grow up. See, for me, it was my parents always had that trust in me, had that belief in me that we know whatever she decides is going to be good for her. They allowed me to make my own decisions. On top of that, I had my teachers who always encouraged to be the best version of me. So that's the thing that keeps me consistent, because whenever I think ab nahi hoga, I think there are so many people behind me who look up to me. Okay, जब मैं यहाँ आती हूँ, whenever I come to school, and if my teacher spots me somewhere, he takes me to his class and asks them, tells me to guide them. So this thing okay, I have a duty. This school has given me a lot of things. Now it's my duty. अपनी community की तरफ कुछ duty.
You have to fulfill your needs as well as theirs.
Okay, that's what keeps me consistent, because it's do or die. Yeah. Give up करना कोई option नहीं होता है.
It's never the solution, actually.
No. You should never give up on your dreams. Never. And because this was my decision, my dream to go for MBBS, so no matter what the consequences, I'm always ready. And life is not always going to be ups. It has its downs too. So ups and downs together make life. So, जितना consistent up के time हो, उतना consistent down के time भी रहो.
Life will be better.
Life will be better, and you'll be a better person.
As quoted by Canyon, life isn't about finding a shelter in the storm. It is about learning to dance in the rain. You cannot change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Asma, it was really nice meeting you. I had a great experience talking to you, and I guess we share a good bond in just a few minutes. What do you say?
Yeah, I totally loved it.
Thank you so much. Dear viewers, stay blessed. Stay tuned for till the next episode.